Hello, my name is Corwin Brewer. I'm an undergraduate here at CWU, and for the last few months, Isabella Perini and I have been working on the Bishop Springs site, an early Holocene deposit located near Quincy, Washington. It was trenched in the early 1970s, and saturated sediments with fragmented bone and stone tools were found around 2 meters deep. Notable work has been done on the Bishop site, a PhD dissertation, and a master's thesis. Our current project is to characterize the bone fragments and identify size class while conducting a pilot study of the magnetic susceptibility of both sediment and bone. Our study helps to show the significance of the site and reasons to establish a future, deeper investigation and to support measures to protect the site. We are using samples collected and curated by David Bishop, Brett Lenz, and Tucker Orvald. In a previous student project on Bishop Springs by Eston Vargas, several different species were possibly identified from the bone samples. Bison SP of size class 6 or 7, and a possible sample of Antilocapra americana. As part of the project, we were tasked with correlating photographs from the original 1970s discovery with the stratigraphic profile made by Lenz and the 8 levels of sediment collected by Orvald, which correspond to the strata between the Mazama tephra and a floor with artifact and bone. Using these photographs, we reconstructed the site stratigraphy, identifying each layer. During our project, we used the MS2K Barrington sensor to make our measurements on the sediment and bone samples. Magnetic susceptibility is the measurement of potential magnetism, which increases with age and iron content. We recorded that certain bone types showed a higher magnetic susceptibility value on average, the highest mean MS being magnetic susceptibility, being recorded on bones that were not encrusted with sediment but showing red staining. All of these bone samples and artifacts were recovered from the Bishop Springs site, and with radiocarbon dating confirming the origin of some of the bone samples. Among the samples recovered from the Bishop site, we identified several different sample characteristics. These being red staining, black staining, green staining, and burned fragments of bone. Using this information with our work on categorizing the samples from the site, Perini inventoried the bone fragments by characteristic, size class, weight, and element. Some preliminary radiocarbon dating was done on a sample of burned bone from the Bishop site, placing the sample in a time range between 10,200 and 10,600 calibrated years BC, around 12,000 years ago. Our MS measurements and radiocarbon dating is consistent with our reconstruction of the stratigraphy and age of the Bishop geosol and the numerous artifacts and bone samples recovered from the Bishop site. This quarter, we are continuing to inventory bone and experiment with different ways of collecting MS measurements for the bone. Future research at the Bishop site will have to be completed during the summer months as the spring fills with water and needs to be drained to reach the layers beneath the Bishop geosol due to irrigation. We thank you for your interest in our presentation. Please contact Dr. Hackenberger or ourselves for more information. We thank the OUR staff and the OUR Provost Fund for undergraduate research for supporting our project. Thank you and have a nice day.